I've been married for 30 odd years. It's the first time I've been allowed to speak. Before we commit Sam to the mysteries of marriage, and by God, they're mysterious, in his passing, I'd like to recall a few things. Because Pam and I, we really think a lot of Sam. He's a very special guy. We've nothing but immense love for him, and I know him and Sarah are going to have a great crack at the big title. Sarah, you look remarkable tonight. Probably the best I've seen you. I didn't mean it like that, but I think your father made a wonderful speech. I try it long, but a lovely speech. All the very best, you two, because you do deserve each other, and you'll make a great crack at it, just like me and Pam did. Because Pam taught me everything I know. And I do think that both Gareth and Sean did a great job, you guys. You're a real credit to yourselves. And I think the bridesmaids were magnificent and lovely speeches. I think Robbie, who I detest because he's got the coolest surname. You know, when I was trying to chat girls up at school, if I could have said, when they said, what's your name, I could say, Rooter. I mean, that could have got me place. I mean, hey, Robbie, I had to say my name's Brian Webber. Hey, but I don't know how you met your beautiful Jane, but when you told her what your name was, you must have got married straight away. But I would like to salute Robbie and Jane, who I think they're just lovely people. And if I take the piss out of Robbie, it's good fun, you know? No, but Robbie's an accommodating person, and he can laugh with the best of us. And Jane, you're a lovely lady. I was a little bit perturbed about the remark you made to the photographer after your photograph was taken, when you said to him, you can touch me up later. I'm happy to share this with you guys, but I was at home once, having a bit of nookie with Pam at lunchtime. And oh, sorry. An inquiry from my dear friend Kip. Our Sam was at school. He was 9 years old at Hoonhay Primary, and the phone went. And I was with Mike, your brother Bob was round, we were having lunch, and the phone went. And it was a phone call from Mr. Kennedy. I picked the phone up. And Mr. Kennedy, he said, is that you, Mr. Webber? I said, yes. He said, your boy Sam? Yeah. He said, well, it's Mr. Kennedy here from Hoonhay School. I said, yeah, that's great. And? He said, you have to come to the school immediately. I said, what's the problem? He said, I can't tell you. I said, what do you mean you can't tell me? He said, it's too bad, I can't tell you. And I said, is he dead, you know? He said, no, he's okay, but could you please come to the school? So I looked at Mike and I looked at Pam and I said, look, I don't know what's going on, but we've got to go to the school, you know. So, am I too close? Pam's telling me, she's my GPS, she's telling me. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Hey, that's my sister. Hey, that's pretty cool. Hey. Anyway, Mike and I went up to the school, and I arrived at the headmaster, Mr. Kennedy's office. And Mr. Kennedy said, Mr. Webber, I said, yes. He said, could you come in, please? Could you come into my office? So I came into the office and I said, what's wrong? He said, Mr. Webber, I don't know how to tell you this. And I said, well, I wish you'd hurry up because... I said, could you tell me what's going on? He said, look, Mr. Webber, he said, do you have the Playboy at home? I said, do I have the Playboy? No, I don't know. He said, what do you like at home? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, could you tell me what's going on? He said, well, we have a law at school here where no one's allowed in the gymnasium at lunchtime. I said, okay, fine. He said, your son was caught in the gymnasium at lunchtime. I said, yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, okay, right. He said, well, yeah, but there was a young girl in there. Oh, okay, yeah, great. What happened? He said, well, Sam was kneeling down in front of this young girl who had her knickers down by her ankles. and he was licking the inappropriate spot. I was going, yo, Marco, go, hey. No, I was serious, it was serious. So, we've got some rubbish over there. Can you throw them out, please? Anyway, Mr. Kennedy said, look, this is serious. It's serious because you're not allowed in the library at lunchtime, you know. So I said, look, Mr. Kennedy, I'm just so sorry this has happened. I do apologise and I'll do anything to repair the situation. And he said, well, Mr. Webber, we'd like you and your wife, Pam, who's obviously the deviant in the whole situation. We'd like you and your wife, would you please, when you go home, please, don't say anything to Sam because we have ways of handling this. We've got counsellors, we've got people who are professionals, and we can actually resurrect Sam from the depths of depravity to a normal life. So I was sent home on the promise I'd read no more Playboys, and that Pam and I would not say a word to Sam. Anyway, I told Mike, your brother, I said what had happened, and he was impressed. He thought, hey, that's pretty cool. He's 9 years old, and he's doing the bizzo. That's cool. So when I got home, I explained to Pam that Mr. Kennedy was not happy with us, but Sam had been caught in the library or the gymnasium, going down on a 9-year-old girl. Terrible. So, anyway, I said to Pam, when he comes home, we're not allowed to say a word because they've got professional people to handle this situation. So we watched Sam come home. He was pushing his bike. I said, look at the little deviant. Look at him. So obviously, because we were good parents, we were going to do what we were told by Mr. Kennedy. We couldn't approach Sam. We couldn't say, hey Sam, what did you do? When you come and say, Sam, how was school today? And I said, yeah, all right. Did you do anything unusual, Sam? No. Go on, Sam, you must have had a special day. Go on. I'm proud of you, Sam. What'd you do? But Sam, because I love the bits, he just was so pan-faced. I said to Pam, look at the deviant. He won't even talk to us about it. But we stuck to our end of the bargain and we didn't pressure Sam. Anyway, the next day, Sam went off to school. Next day, I got a phone call and it was Mr. Kennedy again. Could I come back to school? Disaster. Would I please rush down? So I rushed down to school. I know I'm taking the time up here, but I went and saw Mr. Kennedy, and Mr. Kennedy said, I don't know how to tell you this, but we've got the wrong boy. I said, oh, I was almost disappointed. Mr. Kennedy apologised profusely, and I called him an arsehole and we left on good terms. But when I reflect back on that, because it was actually, when it actually happened, I was actually quite frightened, and then we went down and saw Mr. Kennedy. It became a bit of a joke, and then it became all upside down, and then it had a great ending. And Mr. Kennedy apologised many times afterwards, and he told me that he said, your boy's so good looking, and he said, I got muddled up with the other guy that's good looking. There's only 2 good looking boys at the school apparently. But when I look back, when I look at my our lovely son getting married to a lovely lady, I often think back to that moment when Sam was... when I just wanted Sam to tell the truth, and he did tell the truth, and I wasn't prepared to believe him because Mr. Kennedy got it all ballsed up.